my sons are spent. My line has ended.
He's alive.
The House of Stewards has failed.
He needs medicine, my lord.
My line has ended.
My lord!
Abandon your post! Flee! Flee for your life!
Prepare for battle!
Hello, and welcome back to the Second Breakfast Club. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and in today's video, we're tackling a topic that's been stirring up quite a bit of controversy and concern among the players for Heroes of Middle-earth, and that's about the future of Heroes of Middle-earth. With 2 months of silence from the developers, the absence of updates, and the overall stagnant in-game environment, many are left wondering, is this the end?
Well, that's great. That's just fucking great, man. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do?
Now, before we delve into speculation, let's talk about the game itself. Heroes of Middle-earth hasn't been the perfect game, and certainly launched with its fair share of issues. But for Middle-earth fans who are into mobile gaming, it has been a welcomed addition into the Tolkien universe. Hero collectors such as this have the ability to capture the hearts of many through simply allowing players to build their team of heroes from a selection of characters that are beloved within a franchise. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and Marvel Strike Force are very successful games in the genre, and have been around for many years now. But despite its short lifespan so far, Home still, in my opinion, has a lot of potential to match its rivals. However, recent developments, or should I say lack thereof, have left players believing the game to be over.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Okay, so it's been 2 months since we last had communication with the devs, or at least an update. Technically, they did post on their Instagram and Twitter, aka X account, a small post referring to them being away and coming back soon. Bunch of bullshit, it seems, because you'd think that if they were actually coming back, they'd at least be engaged in the community. And the problem is we haven't had any engagement in the Discord, and we've been in total darkness. This is really concerning, given that, in today's era, these types of games are kind of like live service games. You expect constant communication from the developers as well as a constant flow of content. We're not getting any of that. And I think what you can basically assume is, if a live service game stops getting the service, eventually it's no longer going to be live. And that's the concern that most of the community is having. Like myself and many others spent a decent amount of money into this game, and it could all go away, leaving you with nothing. As well as the loss of another, which Lord of the Rings has a track record of most of its gaming IPs failing. So, yeah, a lot of people are panicked.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay
everyone?
calm.
What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody calm down!
So, in my last video, I did a whole roadmap prediction of 2024 and things that we could hopefully expect to see in the game. And I was very hopeful for the future of Heroes of Middle-earth. But, foolish of me not to predict that we'd be here at the end of the first week of February with 0 updates and information at all to what's coming in the game. So it's safe to say the video I made is not aging well so far. But who knows? Maybe those predictions could still come true, just at a delayed timeline, I guess. We'll have to see. The point is, for many players, The thrill of unlocking new characters and playing new game modes is a fundamental part of the gaming experience. Without any new quests, characters, or features in the game, it can quickly lose its allure. Now, if you're listening, CG, which you're probably not, because let's face it, I don't think you guys like me or my videos, and well, you'd rather have people like Tana be your mouthpieces who abandoned the game a long time ago. Now, if you are listening, don't think that means we want a ton of overpriced marquees, because we don't. Instead, bring us new and creative ways to introduce characters to the game. Maybe even similar to the Sam's Journey event. That would be a creative way to bring characters in. Not everything has to cost money. Now, on the topic of costing money, another telltale sign of trouble, and perhaps the worst sign of the game being dead, is the lack of new shop offers. Now, you would think that if they were still actively developing the game, that they would still, even if they weren't introducing new content, they'd still be pushing out shop after shop after shop after deal, or what they claim is a deal, even though it's overpriced garbage. But they would still be putting that out because they want to make revenue off the game, right? But without those, and the fact that we don't even have a monthly calendar for February yet, that is the, in my opinion, biggest red flag that maybe this game is done. Maybe it's over.
It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over? It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over?
Now, if you're like me, you've been checking the Heroes of Middle-earth community on Discord every day, hopeful for official news on updates, only to be left in the dark by the developers for months. The sentiment in the community is clear. Players are worried. Discussion across Discord and other social media platforms echo a sense of uncertainty about the game's future. Discord is filled with many claiming that the game is dead, and anyone who expresses a positive outlook for the game's future is quickly met by trolls, declaring them fools.
Fool of a took.
It's possible that maybe they truly have just taken the longest possible holiday break. And like groundhogs, they started to come out of their burrow and saw their own shadow and got scared back into hibernation for another 6 weeks. Who knows? It's also plausible that the developers are facing some other internal conflicts, maybe. Maybe there's a licensing issue going on with the Tolkien license. I know it can be very difficult at times, so maybe there's an issue there. Or maybe the entire development team was laid off with NDAs, so they can't speak about the content that they were producing, and there's just nobody left to work on home, and nobody even monitoring the social media platforms that they were on. A more cynical possibility is that EA and CG have planned this whole thing. That they knew ahead of time that they were going to be shutting down and just kind of let us on thinking the game was going to continue, which allowed them to still reap in some money from people purchasing things towards the end of December, early January, and maybe they did this intentionally. And now they're going to keep staying quiet until eventually they do announce it, but only after they pass the refund grace period that the Apple Store and Google Play Store allow. So that's another option, and I really hope that's not the case, but it is EA after all, and they're sleazy like that. And we're not going to know without more transparent communication from the developers, from CG, or even EA. And until we get that transparency, the players are just left to speculate, which just fuels anxiety, tension, frustration, and an overall destructive mindset to the game's future. I urge you all to stay positive and remain engaged with the community, for I still have a little bit of hope that this game has some life left to it.
There's always hope.
But also, For no reason should you be investing any more money into the game at this point. The devs haven't earned it, and if the game is truly dead, I encourage you to request full refunds on everything you've spent in the game so far. I know I, for one, refuse to be left holding the bag on a sinking ship. While the future of this game may be uncertain, don't forget why we're all really here. Or at least, why I think most of us are really here. And that's because of our passion for everything to do with Middle-earth and the world Tolkien created. So let's continue to support one another, not tear each other apart for different opinions on whether or not the game is dead or not, because that's not helping anybody. So continue to support each other as we navigate these uncertain waters, which hopefully doesn't lead us to disaster.
Iceberg, right ahead!
So there you have it. Those are my thoughts on what's going on with Heroes of Middle-earth. Unfortunately, I don't think things look good, if I'm being honest. But, like I said, I still have a little bit of hope that maybe we'll see a turnaround and there is a future still for this game. But until we hear something from the developers, I think we're just going to remain uncertain of the future for this game. But one thing you can be certain about is I'll have more content, whether it's home related or not. Subscribe to the channel for more. Hit the like if you enjoyed this video, and tell me what you think in the comments down below. And other than that, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Is there any hope, Gandalf, for updates to the game?
There never was much hope. Just a fool's hope.
There's nothing I fear, and I know that my heart will go on. We'll stay forever this way. You are safe in my heart, and my heart will go on.
I didn't think it would end this way.
End? No, the journey doesn't end here. Developer silence is just another path. One that all games take. The infinite loading screens of buggy servers rolls back, and all turns to black. And then you see it.
What, Gandalf? See what?
Update pending. And beyond. Gigabytes of data downloading, bringing brand new content.
Well, that isn't so bad.
No. No, it isn't.